Hey everybody, Logic Hog's back. Digging a hole. Pretending to dig a hole as you watch me pretend. I don't even know if you're there or not. You're just like an imaginary friend, a poltergeist that is always looking over my shoulder as I de-stress by scooping dirt. But hey, it's fun. I'm having fun. So hopefully you can have fun too. Because again, I would never have found this game. Uh-oh, not a good scoop. Not a good scoop. I would have never found this game unless I watched someone just randomly play it. And then I was like, hey, that might be worth my time and money because I know I love Farm Simulator. I love Farm Simulator. But I started playing this game and I was like, yep, this is one of the most repetitive games I have ever played. But man, is it good at holding your attention and relaxing because you just have no brain power required. Until you want to. Which right now, I'm in de-stress mode. I'm not thinking about Moriana. I'm not thinking about the money. I'm scooping dirt. I'm thinking about my fuel. My fuel is low, so we're just going to go ahead and address that real quick. There we go. Boing. Barely any money spent on refueling this giant beast of a construction machine. If only it were that way in real life. There we go. I haven't really been monitoring what I'm scooping. And in fact, it's really freaking bumpy in there. So time to break out the roller. But I haven't been paying attention to whether I'm exactly scooping. Ooh, I need to deforest this. This is kind of getting in the way. Whether or not I'm grabbing pay dirt or grabbing coal, don't know. I should probably be a little more mindful about that. I'm just trying to make the hole bigger. No joke, whenever I was talking about, like, just for simplicity's sake, I'm just doing the mind-numbing, just grunt work. I just want to dig a hole. All this is becoming nice, flat, working area. Go ahead and turn the vibro back, because it even works when you're backing up. I'm probably going to scoop out the right in a second, but I'm mainly going for length here, not width. And then we'll worry about depth whenever we need to. There we go. Looking good, flattening it out. I just want to get that one little piece right here. Yeah, I think the roller's worth it. It's better at doing this than the shovel. The roller really gives you a flat surface, like for the entire vehicle. Whereas the shovel kind of like jerks things up and down because it just takes the average of the small little area. So, in my opinion, worth it. Even for a small little place like this. Even though you can see it from space, I mean, look at that. We are starting to become a noticeable scar on the land. Which is a good thing. It means we're moving dirt. We are fulfilling the purpose we have been assigned. It's out of our hands. We can't do anything about it. It's out of our control. Our purpose is to move dirt. At least you don't see, like, the wildlife and little animals running for their lives as we rip the earth away from their homes. That would be sad, right? No, it wouldn't be sad. We'd actually be saving the world. I mean, just look what happened with the Woodland Critter Christmas. Just because they're cute doesn't mean that they're good. So do not trust bunnies. That's going to be the title of the video. Do not trust bunnies. People are going to be like, why the freak is he talking about that in a mining game? Is there a jump scare bunny that's going to pop up? I mean, maybe when I get an editor, I'll put that in. But no, you can trust me. I'm the logic hog. I don't do stupid stuff like that. It's not logical. Everything has to be done with intent and consideration. Like scooping a hole. It is deliberate. It is logical. It requires layers of critical thinking that are beyond your comprehension. And so why I'm here doing it, I have no idea. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Almost got a full scoop there on accident. Alright, I really need to do something about the right side of this mine here. I wanted a little more rectangular, and it's just bothering me that I've got that jagged edge. Plus, we're not going any deeper into the hill. So I'm kind of like, if I'm just going to keep digging straight ahead until I reach the ravine over there, I probably want to put up barriers, just like I have on the left there, just to make it look a little more realistic and like less intentionally dangerous. More like an active work site, rather than just a guy dragging a giant scoop angrily across the ground, claiming ownership over everything it removes. I claim this worm of poop. Layers and layers of millions of decomposed organisms that is now mine. As you wonder, you know, with this scoop of coal, what was that coal used to be? Was it a tree? Millions of years ago? With each fossil that I rip out of the ground, did that mosquito encased in amber have any feelings? Because now it's about to be sold in a pawn shop as jewelry. Just like our diamonds and rubies in the wash plant, yeah. Okay, we're actually going like pretty far, and I want to see... Let me check. See how close to the edge of the ravine we're getting. Because we're making good progress. I like this, this increased size of the scoop. Let's see. How close am I? Breaking on through to the other side. Let's say a good couple hours more. And then we'll go ahead and, break through. But before I forget, I might as well just go ahead and take these trees that are kind of in the danger zone, because I don't want to waste wood. If it's free, might as well use it. I think the stack of, 10,000 wood was pretty expensive, but it did save me some time. However, this is just a little variety where it's like, all right, you've been digging a hole too long. Time to chop some trees. Why do you think they have logging in Farm Simulator? Like, all right, you've been watching the tractor drive itself across the fields for 15 hours. Go chop a tree. And this will actually help a little bit in helping me remember the intention of the mine. So like whenever I take a week off of playing this game, like, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I stripped that place of all the trees. I'm going there. Okay. Why is that tree there? You need to go. Bah. I'm a little bit weird with my barriers there. Either that or I'm a little bit weird with my digging. Either way. We must go with the flow. And right now the flow says to dig. Because I can guarantee you we are making tons of money with this new front loader. Where got to consider, what's coming in the future. Am I going to need extra storage silos? I don't know. I know we're probably not anywhere close to filling up what we've got. But I am a pessimist. And the trick to being a successful pessimist is to never be surprised by the worst when it happens. It's not that the worst is expected to happen. You just need to have it always in consideration so that when it happens, it's like, oh yeah, I thought of that. If you expect the worst to happen every time, that's not pessimism. You're just a negative Nancy. Make pessimism work for you, not the other way around. Alright, I need to flatten that out. I think I can take the scoop and do that. Yeah. Go. Probably going to need the roller in just a sec. But I'm really like, we're getting a good distance here where I'm losing some time backing it out like that. So again, in my mind, I'm kind of entertaining the idea of having a field hopper, because I'm digging in the same direction. So just being able to go up and, that was dangerous. I did it successfully, but yeah, definitely not the most graceful thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, putting a hopper out in the end of the mine there, and just having a conveyor belt shoot everything into this main production facility. Because I love trucks. I love using the trucks for transportation. However, that's very much a multiplayer thing. Because otherwise, half the video isn't even spent digging. It's just, watching me drive a truck. We're not exactly playing American Truck Simulator yet. One of these days, I'll wake up at like 2 in the morning on a weekend and just be like, you know what? I feel like driving a freaking truck, and I'll reinstall that game, and you and I are going to go on a road trip. You and me. Just you and me together. And get copyright banned because of all the music in the game. I don't like these overhanging little features here. Let's see, how high can I take them? Yeah, let's just go ahead and scoopy, scoopy, scoop. I'm not even really focusing on recovering the scoop. I just want to nick it off the top. Give it a nice haircut, make it look cleaner. We're going for presentation. It has to look like a mine. Not just be a mine. It has to look like one. Because we're no longer at the stage. No, this is no longer a hole. This is a legitimate mine. Look at that. We have taken a gouge out of the earth and removed an entire hilltop. This is now a mine. It's not a hole. It's giving dividends. Industrial. Alright, I need to check to see exactly what we're ripping out of here. Because I am losing too many brain cells by just scooping. Don't jump into the hopper. Not as much gold as I thought. But if we haven't been hitting pay dirt, have we been mainly getting coal? Yes. Oh, and the silicon. Oh, I guess it wasn't pay dirt, so it didn't send it to the wash plant whenever I pushed that through. I was like, why is that in there? But literally, it lets everything pass except for dirt and pay dirt. So I'll go ahead and manually put that back. I'm kind of still leaning towards the sluice box. I'm like, maybe we should sub this out. And also, we got to consider gravel. Gravel is our next thing, where we might have to buy, like, what resources can we get for rock? Because I kind of want to do solid rock, the cheapest one, so that we have to do the majority of the processing. So what does rock need? So crushed rock goes directly into gravel. Blasted and solid gets turned into crushed rock by the jaw crusher. What does a froth floater do? Okay, gravel gets turned into a bunch of shit. Yeah, because if we directly mine all of these, it's going to go through the trommel. It's not going to get, it's only pay dirt goes to the wash plant. So all of this will get handled by the froth floater, but we haven't gotten any of that yet. But it's only gravel goes in, and then that comes out. So what? What's going on? Do we get all this crap from gravel? No. All I know is I think this is like the last thing we need is the froth floater. We do know we need the jaw crusher to take initial rock. Then we need the cone crusher because everything will be turned into crushed rock. What does the shaker screen do? Oh, okay. This is where all the other shit gets separated. So our shaker screen should go after the trommel. Because right now it takes everything. The shaker screen only lets rock through, which then goes to the crusher. We need a. Is there a coal screen? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we need the shaker screen immediately after the trommel, which will pump out all of the ore because we're not going to get dirt. We're not going to get pay dirt. All of that is uh, taken away. The shaker screen should then go to the coal. And yeah, gravel is going to come out with everything else. So all the valuable ore and gravel will end up in storage there. And then shaker screen goes to coal screen, which will only remove coal. So we're just going to have one storage for coal. Then coal screen goes into the crushers. I like that. What does the asphalt plant do? Asphalt plant turns gravel into asphalt. Okay. We're not going to worry about that yet. I am not, whenever I say paving something, I'm either thinking concrete or at least gravel. Not worried about asphalt yet. That's a relatively new thing that I haven't experimented much with. Let's see. For now, because I'm just looking at the shape of things. You know what? Let's make an investment. We know we're gonna need it. We know we need the shaker screen to filter out everything valuable. Bang. We need the coal screen to filter out the coal. And so then everything else should just be blasted rock, crushed rock, gravel, everything else just goes through, including regular rock. Then it goes to the jaw crusher. Ooh, the jaw crusher is expensive. I didn't even look at the prices. Maybe we can hold back on those. Yeah. So, shaker screen to coal screen. Both of these, yeah, have the bottom kind of storage thing that the trommel has. So this, we're gonna have to plan. We're gonna remove the parking lot. Why am I doing an axe there? There. Um, we're gonna have to remove the parking space, remove this storage bin. You know what? Let's do it. How many wood blocks do we have? This thing's been running forever on a full full stack of wood. We have 60. All right. Keep making more. I like the wooden blocks. Okay. Because at least for now, it gives it a sense of realism and support. Are we done processing? Yes, we are done processing. Let's go ahead and turn everything off because I don't want to pop my power supply. The unit max this thing has is 500 kilowatts. How much is this supporting? 300. And this thing only loads 600. So it'll pop, or it'll power down before it pops. But let's go ahead and see what room it's going to require. All right. Trommel needs at least 2 spaces of straight conveyor. In fact, the reason why is I'm like, all right, it's going to come out backwards. It's going to take a left turn from the shaker screen. Shaker screen needs to be in my inventory. Full screen, inventory, left, blocks. All right, let's plan this out. What's the worst that can happen? All right, shaker screen. It actually goes a step down, which is okay, in my opinion. Because then this goes, that goes, and that goes. And then we have our left-hand turn. And again, all of this is going to be affected. I'm not worried about moving this stuff at all. Like that's we can set up our refining area anywhere we need to. But got to remind myself, what does the shaker screen do? All of the valuable ore is coming out the bottom of the shaker screen. So we're going to need a storage unit directly out of the back there. Here's where the planning comes in, because I kind of want... Let's see, let's get all the gold. I'm going to claim all this space back. Oh my god, I'm using my brain. Why? Why am I using my brain? I don't want to use my brain. I'm here to relax. God. We know we're going to need the storage. And I kind of want to align the storage so that all of the storage units are, you know, in a row with each other. I like that. So how many tiles is that? What was that, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. So let's go ahead and do that. Straight ahead, conveyor 4. Or should I do an offset right? Try to put them as close together as possible. No, let's have them evenly spaced. I like that better. Personal preference. Let's go straight 4. Snap. And then I saw this is a problem sometimes where you don't have everything. You kind of got to build it from the source to the exit so that everything remains snapped together. All right. So now we have all of our valuable ore coming here. We have all of our like iron and copper and everything is going there. Everything from pay dirt. What does end up here? Dirt ends up there. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Getting rid of that, and we're going to sub it out for the sluice box. There. So, sluice box. Now, all of the diamonds and rubies and everything like that will be caught there. Again, I'm going to break that down and put it right back in the same spot, making sure it snaps together. So now all of our diamonds and rubies and gold, everything from the pay dirt will be caught here, and this is simply going to be our dirt storage. That's the only thing that this storage here is for anymore. Then, unless we straight up dig straight gold from the earth, this should really only be iron and copper, I think. Because the shaker screen, yeah, aluminum, copper, iron, silver, all of that. If it doesn't come from pay dirt, it's going to end up in this storage. And because dirt won't make it, pay dirt won't make it. gravel will end up in there. I don't like that. Oh well, we'll worry about it later. And regular rock. Regular, because I'm like, what happens when I put solid rock in here? Any material's going in there, and the solid rock is going to end up with the valuable stuff. So I'm kind of like, I should put the crushers first. And then the shaker screen. So that everything is at least crushed or blasted by the time it gets there. Because the crusher, specifically the jaw crusher, won't destroy things. It just kind of passes them through, I think. I'm 85% sure. So if I put solid rock into this, it's not going to destroy everything. It does just pass it through. It just turns any blasted rock and solid rock into crushed rock. It should say like everything else. Not sure. At this stage, the crushers are very expensive. I'm not really willing to do that just yet. I'm okay with gravel and shit ending up in this, especially because we're not getting a lot of iron, we're not getting a lot of copper. Um, let's see. So what did we buy? We bought the coal screen. So the coal screen goes after because any material comes in and it only filters coal out. Okay. So the coal screen's going to go after this. We're going to have our own little separate coal storage, which is great. I kind of want to position it the same, but I think it goes one tile lower than that even, and that's going to take up the parking lot space. So I'm going to do that on the next video, where we've got a little bit of cleaning up to do and a little bit more foundation laying and relocating, but we're expanding the production facility, and I think that's pretty cool. We haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next video. We're using our brain, even though I didn't want to. So, oh man, well, am I still having fun? Yes, I am. So, Logic Hogs out.